Hey, welcome to the breakdown where your host, Lynne Penhale, breaks down one of her music videos. Haha. uh, Basically, how this works is that I'll dive into my music, my songs, what they mean, and also the little bit of behind the scenes of like the shoot itself when we did this music video. A little bit of music theory comes out too often. If you're new here, my name is Lynn, and I am a singer-songwriter and I'm a composer. Today, we are going to break down It's Not Your Fault. This is the song title for the video on YouTube, but I plan to change the song title to You've Always Been Worth It, because that's really what the song is about. I wrote it in November 2021, so it's actually pretty recent. And that was actually right after a contract ended with a job. Because I wasn't the best at the job itself, I thought, I'm not good at this job. I'm not good enough. Wait a second, there's something different about that. Being good at something, does that also mean that you're not good enough as a person? As who you are? Like, wait a second. Let's play the video. Let's go. It was kind of neat because there's some kayakers. Like, I was getting to, like, watch some kayakers paddle by. What I'd like to say about that is this song in general was inspired by like my experience, but then I watched this TED Talk that is all about how not to take things personally, and it was exactly what I needed to hear at the time. I'll put a link down below. It's a pretty popular one. He talks about how there's like two sides of a coin. On one side, it's not about you, and then on the other side, it is about you. So let's dive into that. On one side, it's not about you. So a lot of times when someone's like really upset with you, or like maybe you've done something that has upset them, more often than not, the person is actually like just not having a good day. Maybe they're hungry. It might not fully be your fault. So it's not about you is one side. And then, okay, what is the other side of the coin? It is about you. Okay. And then he starts talking about oranges and how if someone was to call you an orange, does that actually hurt your feelings? No? Yeah. If you identify as an orange, then yeah, maybe it would hurt your feelings. But it doesn't hurt mine because I don't identify with an orange. But if someone was to call me like, you're a bad worker, you don't work hard enough, that would hurt my feelings because I work really hard when I do jobs. That's the whole like feeling not good enough. You work as hard as you can and they still don't like it. That's the hard part. If you identify with like not being a good enough worker, that stings a little bit. Like if someone was to say that straight to my face, it would hurt. Let's play a little bit more. No matter what they do, you're still worth it. They can't take away the worth you have. It doesn't matter what they do, you're still worth it. They can't take away the worth you have. It doesn't matter what just love the birds flying around. has it there too. This is where it comes to be like, it's not about you. You know what? Prioritize your own well-being. That's what matters most. Prioritize your own self-worth, because you've always been worth it. That's the new title of this song. You've always been worth it, and let that be what stands. Whether you're good at the job, whether they like you it's like a relationship. You just look at that to be like, okay, lesson learned, because there's no failure, there's only learning. If you make a mistake, you have a chance to learn from it. Where am I going with this? La 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 la. There's all sorts of factors. It might not be about you. Yeah, okay. Nothing to do with you. Compassion is key, but even compassion is not enough. You gotta break free. What's yours is yours. What's theirs is theirs. It's not about you. Okay, awesome. We're kind of leading up to the bridge part, which is always a great section in my music, I would like to say. I love bridges. It's one of my favorite spots, because that's where I decide what kind of like point I want to make for this song. In this case, I'm showing like, okay, people might be mean to you, and you just need to like remember that you have your own worth. But you know what? Sometimes you just need that boundary in place. So that's like a point that I'm making in this bridge. It's always kind of a bit different. What I'd love to share with you is about tempo. Tempo, 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 tempo. In this song, I changed tempo a little bit, and also a bit of the rhythm. Like the strumming pattern is changed. I was inspired by my husband's music that is often very punk rock. He loves that genre, and this is Lynne's version of punk rock. I go from 95 beats per minute to 120 beats per minute. So let's just give you an example. I'm gonna mute it and just show you what 60 beats per minute is. Some of you might know where I'm going with this. So 60 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I'm just looking at the time, because 60 beats per minute is how time works. Woo! Okay. So see, I'm just looking at 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's at 60 beats per minute. 60 beats per minute, that's the tempo. I get to 120 beats per minute. I start at 95 beats per minute-ish, around there. And then I go up to 120 with a different chord strumming pattern. Okay, you get the point, hey? The fascinating thing that I want to point out is I actually sing slower at the faster tempo. So I'll give you a demonstration of the difference here. So did you hear the difference there? At this level, it's like, when they're mad at you, when they pick you apart. And then over here it's... I'm going to have to do this for a sec. When they pick you apart, when they say you're not enough, you know it's not your fault. When they don't seem to trust you, when they don't seem to care, when they don't listen. That sounds pretty slow though. Let's go here. You're not enough, you know it's not your fault. Okay. When they're mad at you, when they pick you apart, when they make you feel bad, you know it's not your fault. When they don't seem to trust you, when they don't seem to care, when they don't listen to you, you know it's not your fault. As opposed to... It's not working out, you try to do better, try to figure it out, but you realize it's got nothing to do with you. Here it is. Because, like, the, you know it's not your fault, even just looking at that. You know it's not your fault. I say, like, you know it's not your fault, but then over here it's like, you know it's not your fault. So I am slightly slowing. The weird part is that the tempo is faster, but I'm singing slower. Weird, hey? So what it's called is halftime. Kind of like in hockey, there's like a halftime. What halftime is like is where you like go twice the speed, but if I was to sing at 120, it would just be like blah, blah, blah. So, when they're mad at you, when they pick you apart, when they say you're not enough, you like that's how fast I'd have to be singing. But I can cut it in half, and that works just fine. It's like I'm singing at 60, so that's half of 120. Good math, Lynn. Play. Mad at you when they pick you apart, when they say you're not enough, you know it's not your fault. You know it's not your fault. I sing it at 60 while the song is going at 120. Ta-da! So it's fascinating. It got really cold when the cloud came around and obscured the sun. It threw me off a little. I gotta pause. There's this really weird thing about this video is that I kind of look like I'm suspended in air. Like if the rock wasn't there, I'm kind of just like, it kind of blends in with the hill behind it. I kind of look like I'm photoshopped in there. I am not. It was very rough. It's funny because like my legs also don't seem to be part of the rest of my body. Because also I think because you can't really see that I'm wearing the overalls and it's just like there's my legs. These are little strange moments. I think we've gotten way better at like perspective. That's the visual aspect that Ben's like way better at now. Like this is the only indication that this rock here, oh I guess besides like the grass, But like it's not apparent, at least from the onset, that I'm on a separate rock from the one behind it. And like you don't have that perspective. It could be the lens too. I think it's more about the lens that we're using there. A few influences that you may hear as well is Jason Mraz. I did play his like I'm Yours for my sister's wedding. I think when you play a song of someone else's, it really influences your style of music, even beyond like what you listen to. There's another thing that I'd love to share. Fun fact. This song has the same chord progression as a song from the 2000s, which I really love because it's very positive. It's by the band Prozac. Awesome animation. They have this song called Biaz, and it's got the same chord progression as mine in the verse. And I figured that it was. It goes, here it is. Here's a little mashup of the two. So it's be as straight as you want to, be as gay as you want to, you can wait if you want to, we all need something to hold on to. When they call you names, when they shut you down, when they make you feel bad, you know it's not your fault. So can you hear the chord progression there? Now I'm gonna just mix the two because it's fun. When they call you names, when they shut you down, when they make you feel bad, you know it's not your fault. When they're mad at you, when they pick you apart, when they say you're not enough, you know it's not your fault. And I'm like, wait a second. Prozac didn't invent this chord progression. Music nerds out there, what do you think the chord progression? It is Pachelbel's canon. So Pachelbel, he was like, yo, Prozac, I got a really sick chord progression for you. Prozac, yeah, this chord progression, I'm gonna give you it for free. Yeah, really good deal on this chord progression. And then Prozac was like, nice. Thanks so much. We're going to use that. And then we're going to inspire Lynne Penhale to write her song, which is called You Are Always... What did I call it now? You've Always Been Worth It. There it is. It sounds really good in weddings and stuff because everyone uses it for like the procession, the bride going down the aisle like... do 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 do. It could theoretically work. The main message of this is that you've always had a lot of worth. You've always had worth from the moment you were born. You were born worthy. You were born good enough. You were born with inherent value, and that value doesn't go away. That value doesn't change depending on what circumstances you find yourself in. Doesn't change your worth. No matter what. You've always been worth it. Nothing changes that. And you've got to remind yourself of that and be kind to yourself. Let's listen to the rest of it here. They do, you're still worth it. They can't take away the worth you have. It doesn't matter what they do. You've always been worth it. It's about them. If they're trying to do, it's just not working out. You try to do better than you figure it out. Then you realize it's got nothing to do with you. That song was a bit of a workout, so I'm like, whew. I don't know how punk rockers do it. It's a lot of working out, basically. A whole set list of that. Amazing. I changed this song like last minute, within a week. I put that like faster tempo on it, and I did a fine job, but fine enough job. And now I'm getting better at giving myself a little bit more time and like more practice time before I shoot a video. But yeah, it's pretty good considering I didn't have a lot of time, and I think I executed it pretty well. This music video, titled "It's Not Your Fault," has officially been broken down. If you've enjoyed listening to this song and would like to hear a song that's similar to that, I'd really recommend listening to Cool Slick Robert, because it's about the same sort of topic but within a relationship. If you want to check out like my other breakdown content, I've been going through them in chronological order from the beginning. So the first one is You Are Loved. I went through that one, talked about what it's about, and then the other one is I Miss You. I went into depth about what that one's about. Check out my other content. Like and subscribe. If you like this, please give a thumbs up. And even better is if you shared one of these videos with a friend. If they like music, learning about music, and even how to write a song, like I kind of go into that, and they might be inspired to write their own song, and that would warm my heart quite a lot. My main goal is to share my music with the world. Take care and lots of love. See you later. Bye. Stop it. Stop that. And stop that. And stop that other thing. Stop it all.